FamCast Media, bitch.
I can't fade that out when I'm doing this by myself. It's really hard.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for being here. Welcome to Hit the Mics, episode 51. I am Ryan D.
Yeah, what's up? And I'm Steve Rodgers.
That's right. He's back, everybody.
Yeah, I'm back. I haven't gone anywhere. You're the one that fucking moved an hour away.
Hey, man, stop yelling at me, all right? And today we have a very special guest. Very happy to have him on this show. We've been talking about having you on here for a long time, actually, dude. But I'm excited that we finally got to make that happen. Give it up for Tony Celano, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Yay. Tony Celano, comedian, writer, and animator.
Yes, sir.
Graphic artist extraordinaire, all that shit. So how are you, dude? What's going on?
I'm doing good, dude. My holiday vacation just started today, so I'm happy to be done for the year. I'm tired of shit. How are you?
Yeah, I'm tired of not doing anything. That's how I am right now.
Yeah. You would think like, oh, you just hang around all day. How's that tiring? It's fucking exhausting. There's nothing to do.
It's exhausting trying to find things to do. Yeah.
Yeah. There's only so many fucking new hobbies you can try before you're just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to hang out.
I'm going to jack off again.
Yeah. For the third time of this day because there's nothing else to do.
Yeah. I went on. I had a visitor yesterday, which was nice. Yeah. But then I woke up like still horny. So then I like jacked off again.
You ever jack off so much that you just look at it and you're like, I don't know either, man. I'm sorry.
That's how it's been this whole the whole pandemic, bro. It's been
rough times.
It's been rough times it's been rough palms and rough dicks. That's But anyway, I wanted to I've been meaning to talk to you and have you on here. I mean, you were obviously in our little commercial thing that never really went anywhere because we got locked down right afterwards.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you coming through. But
of course.
But you're a very talented animator and shit like that. I just wanted to have you on and kind of talk about some of that stuff and what you've been up to, because I've been seeing some stuff that you've been doing like during this whole lockdown and everything, and you've still been trying to stay busy and everything, as much as we all are. But
yeah,
I've been seeing you still crank out some work and it's been very impressive. So I just want to talk about that.
Yeah. What kind of stuff have you been doing?
So I've been doing a lot of music videos a lot lately. Like I normally want to strictly work with comics in my freelance, but my day job I work for a record label, so I've been just doing all sorts of music videos for them. It hasn't slowed down for me. Like when COVID hit, I was like, cool, it's going to be chill for a little bit. Like now everybody's like, we can't film things, so we're going to have an animator do it for us.
Everything else. Yeah,
that's great. That's fuck, man, as long as you're staying busy. I'm
very fortunate.
Dude, absolutely. I mean, fuck. I've been trying to find any possible way I can make some money doing something I want to do.
Yeah, it's been rough, man. It's been rough.
I hear you.
Yeah. So what are some of the projects you've been working on? Can we talk about them or?
Yeah. It's since the pandemic hit, I've done a lot of music videos for like Asking Alexandria is one of them.
Oh shit, that's that. I'm like, I know that band.
Yeah. A lot with a lot of comedians too. Like Adam Ray, Tom Segura, Brent Pella. Just having because I like primarily want to animate for comics.
Yeah. Well, you. We'll get into something else that I wanted to talk about, but you had, if I'm not mistaken, you had a few viral videos that kind of went of you animating like Rogan and Segura and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. I've had a couple things with Your Mom's House. Done a couple of those in a row, which is pretty fun. Kind of like a dream for me. Super stoked to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So when you do that, do they like reach out to you to do it, or is this something you're just doing freelance and then sending to them?
So like a couple years ago, I did a cartoon called Court Ordered, and like it was an all stand-up comic cast.
Yeah.
And since then, like other comics have been hitting me up for work, and I'm kind of like I want to be known as the animator in the comedy world. Like I want that role so bad. I'm working on it. I'm getting there. And we just sent like a quick like teaser thing. Me and my buddy Eric Friedman, fellow comic.
Yeah, Eric's a great dude.
Yeah, we did like a spec animation, just see what we can make, and we sent it to Tom Segura, and he was like, "Hell yeah, dude! Let's keep making cartoons." I was like, "Fuck yeah, that's
awesome, man." Well, you guys did cartoons because it's been a pleasure to work with you guys on Bear Grenade, right? So
yeah, dude.
So I was on a few of those shows where you did cartoons and stand up, which was like kind of a cool fucking thing.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean like cartoons and stand up? What is Bear Grenade?
It was a show we used to do with Rob Zorf and Jason King at the Comedy Store in the Belly Room, where we would have a comic go up, they'd do a set, and then we would show a short cartoon, and then have another comic and another short cartoon until they made us stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was good while it lasted, and you did all the graphics and the. I mean, really, I think what stood out a lot for those was a lot of the artwork and stuff. Like you have a what. Can you talk about like what? Tell me what your inspirations are for like your kind of style of graphic.
Sure. Cartoon wise, like I've always loved like the early Nickelodeon stuff and like Looney Tunes, of course, and all of those Steven Spielberg cartoons from the 90s, like Animaniacs and stuff. Then there's Ren and Stimpy, huge influence, Simpsons. So all of that you can kind of see in my work. Like I stole bits and pieces of the stuff I like that's a face that Bart would make, or just take a lot. Like I feel like I stole the way I draw eyes from the Looney Tunes.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna bring one up here. Actually, let's see if I can get this. Here we go. All right. Yeah, I got it. Here we go. Look at this is some of his work here. So these are the flyers for Bear Grenade. Look, there's the one I'm on. But yeah, it's like aside from your other stuff, it's a very like it's cool because I can tell that you've kind of made your own style of you know what I mean, like it's there like when you see a cartoon you see something, you go, oh, that's Ren and Stimpy, or that's
for sure,
like, and then you go, oh, that's like but there are, it's funny because there's a lot of newer cartoons that take inspiration from a lot of the stuff we grew up with and whatnot, and I can see that a lot in your work, but you've also made it your own, which is kind of a cool thing,
Yeah, definitely the goal. Like I don't want to look like I am so inspired by something,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, no, I was just gonna get into. I was getting into something else, but go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, I was going to ask. I mean, I think like drawing inspiration from like Hanna-Barbera and like Matt Groening and things like that. I don't really consider that. I don't consider that stealing. I mean, everybody in any kind of art, everyone's like always borrowing, I guess, from that. But your style still is like your own, even though you've borrowed things that you like saw growing up. And I think that's something that's really hard to do, to stand out, to borrow but still stand out and be unique. And I think you have that.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Well, and I'm starting to realize, especially with animation and like comics and stuff, is like I used to think, because that's what I wanted to do growing up. Like I used to draw little sketches and stuff, and I would like draw my favorite cartoon characters and stuff, but then I never got any better, right?
Yeah.
I kind of just had this arrested development of artistic ability, and so I just thought I sucked, right? But the more I think about it, I'm like, no, that could have just been my thing, right? Like just by figuring out what I'm good at and then doing that. That's what I'm starting to realize now with like comic books and cartoons and animation and stuff, is like some stuff is, it's not, it makes it distinct that it's not bad, but not very intricate, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. No, that makes sense. A lot of people say that your artistic style is how you draw wrong well. So like that's how a lot of people develop it.
Yeah.
Like I know for the longest time I didn't know how to draw ears. Like I couldn't do it correctly. And then I just started doing like just a C shape and a little squiggle inside, and now I still do it that way. Like every character I do. Yeah. Has those weird ears.
So do you go ahead.
No, I was gonna say whatever works.
Yeah, for sure. So when you come up with like a character, is it something that just like, do you have like characters that you've just drawn that you've never really done anything with? Like you have these ideas of these guys and stuff like I just want to know, like, because I'm strictly just about comedy writing and jokes and shit, right? Like I can't imagine creating a person. So I'm wondering if like an idea pops in your head and you have like an ability to just like create this idea of a character.
I've learned a lot of techniques and all of how to like develop characters, at least for like have it like a TV ready production through the years. And I've got like so many of those, and I kind of stick them in the background sometimes of other cartoons, but normally I have to draw like the comic who hired me. So I always have to draw like a new thing, that's something that looks like them.
Gotcha. Have you ever thought about doing like comic books?
Yeah. Eric Friedman and I started doing one, and we turned it into a cartoon because we're like, it's funnier if it moves and you can hear it.
Yeah. That's true.
We've tried a couple times. Yeah,
that's true. So I know there's some sort of drama behind it. So we'll talk about what you want to talk about, but I want to get into Court Ordered.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, what's this drama?
There's no real drama. We just didn't happen to sell it, which sucked because I think it was 2016.
Let's back up a little bit. Let's talk about how what it was and how it came to be and how far you got with it before all this other stuff.
Sure. Eric Friedman and I were at Le Cave I think it's in Costa Mesa. And there's a show going on, and comedian Eric Meyers, one of the funniest people in the world, was up there. And I was like, dude, I think I remember this guy. And me and Eric were talking. We're like, let's get that unique voice. Because if you've heard him before, he sounds like completely unique. No one else sounds like him.
Yeah.
We're like, let's put him in a cartoon. And we approached him after, and he was like, yeah, let's do it. So we made a quick short. And we had him, Jay Davis, Sam Tripoli, Becky Robinson, Craig Conant, and Stephanie Sambari. I think that's everybody. All do a voice in it. And
wasn't what's his name? God damn it! Who was the cop? Was that that was
Jay Davis first.
Okay.
And we did that short, and we're super proud of it and everything. And then we're like, let's just make a pilot. Like, let's see if we can make it on our own and sell it and have a TV show with all comics. That'd be great. So in 2016, we ran a Kickstarter. We almost didn't get it funded. we just asked for enough money to keep us fed while we produced it ourselves. So we hit our goal, and we made a bunch of T-shirts and shit, and we gave those away to the people who donated. I spent that summer, Eric and I were like 2 days awake, and then we sleep and switch off of just like trying to get this cartoon done.
Wow. So what does Eric do? I mean, I know him as, I mean, he's the tour manager of Sublime with Rome, right?
Yes.
And
That's true.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and I mean, great guy, and fun comic and good dude to be around. But what does he do as far as like what you guys are working on?
He's the writer, essentially. We normally write together, but he's the writer. And his newest thing that he's doing with Willie Simon, Two Dumb Babies, those two guys are animating it, like with a webcam, like motion capture. Like I did the art, and they're making it move.
Oh shit!
It's a weekly cartoon.
Oh wow!
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So check out Two Dumb Babies.
No, where can we watch that?
YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere.
Okay.
Essentially.
So I mean, you're. Oh well, let's get back into
Yeah.
what. So court ordered. You get a pilot done.
Yeah. So we completed it. We got a lot of guest stars in it, thanks to Eric Meyers. He's the one who like reached out. We who's a couple of people. We had like Ian Edwards, Theo Vaughn, Pablo Francisco. Just like I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head, but
yeah, a little bit of everybody in LA.
Yeah, it was kind of a blast. I'm like, dude, I get to animate these voices. That's
Yeah, it was cool.
So great.
It was cool to like see that happen and be like, oh, I know all those guys. Like that was kind of like like I feel so happy and proud when my friends are doing something very very impressive, as such, to be shopping around a pilot and stuff like that. Like I was like, very proud of you guys, even though I don't, whatever. But like, you're
happy for your friends. You want to see your friends be successful.
It feels good to see that my friends are doing something fucking positive and actually making it work.
Yeah. We finished it. We went on a tiny tour with it, so we did a stand-up show and then screened it.
Yeah.
And on the last day, we sold out the Hollywood Improv for it, and it was just like, dude, that was gnarly. That was so fun. And then it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that happens.
It lives on YouTube, and I was over, out here where I live now. Now I'm over out in the Empire, but right around the corner, this little dive is still open, and everyone there, there's some old, they're older people who, there's like the same fucking like 10 older people there, and but they're very interested in everything that I'm doing here, and they're happy that I'm in this area doing this stuff. So they're super interested in stuff. And so I was talking about you, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got to go do this thing. And they're like, oh, who are you? And they trip out because they're like, famous people. And I'm like, not really, but like,
people we heard of.
Yeah. And so I go, they're like, so who are you talking to today? And I'm like, oh, this animator. He's he's a friend of mine. So I put on Court Ordered on YouTube for them to watch. And they were like, oh, that's fucking cool. So it lives on YouTube. And I think it was a great concept. And, I don't know exactly what it takes to do something like that to make it into like a mini series on YouTube or something like that. But so like, why didn't you guys try and do something like that?
Money.
We wanted to, yeah. Essentially, it's money. Like we wanted to get someone to pay us to make more. Essentially,
yeah.
And it was just it was hard to do. Like just the two of us working on it. Like, and my buddy Charlie did backgrounds. But other than that, it was like just us drawing everything and making it work. Just so tiring for just a 2-person team.
Yeah. How long did it take you guys to animate the whole the pilot?
All summer 2016. Just not even sleeping much, just grinding and trying to get it completed. And it was down to the wire. Like we're on our way between shows and we're like editing it in the car. Like they didn't laugh at this part last night. Let's cut this. Let's move things around. And we're like on a laptop in the car. Like we're running out of battery, man. We got to get this together.
Yeah. So,
you just say that right now. That's actually really cool because you had like your own focus group when you're taking it to the clubs. as you're animating to get the final project. I mean,
Yeah.
that's amazing. I mean, it sucks you guys, there's just the two of you doing it, but I mean, just that instant feedback to be able to like make the pilot as perfect as possible. Like, that's actually really cool.
Yeah. It was a blast, but we've done other stuff since, so it
Yeah.
wasn't like the last thing we've ever done. We're constantly making stuff anyway, so that's a huge plus.
Yeah. I mean, it's always a grind doing anything like this, trying to be creative and whatnot. But how does it? So you're I'm so like not. I have no idea what it takes to make a cartoon, especially these days, right? So so forgive my ignorance here, but so when you storyboard it and then you come up with this idea, and so like I assume there's a script first, and then you animate it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, when you're editing, do you have a lot of stuff that ends up like hitting the cutting room floor too? Like you have all these sequences that you're splicing together and whatnot, and then dropping stuff, and then re-animating other shit. Is that what's going on?
Kind of like you wanna hit every step of it, like, and make sure you have to do like the smallest amount of work possible. So you write it, you record it, you storyboard it, which is you just map everything out, and at that point you're kind of sure what you want to cut and what you want to keep, and then you do the grinding, which is just drawing everything and matching it to sound, and then editing it all together.
So in a sense, it's pretty much the same as like doing a short film or a sketch or something, right? You have this 13-page thing, and then you got to like cut it down to like a 15-minute segment, right?
Yeah. Like I think the original court ordered was like 18 minutes long, and we're like, no, we can't make that happen. I think the final's like 10. I don't remember. I haven't watched it in a long time, but
I think I was just looking up. I think it's like 11 minutes.
Yeah.
No, 14, 15.
Oh, well,
the pilot.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Commercial breaks.
Yeah.
Perfect. But I'm proud of it. It kickstarted my career.
Yeah. I mean, and then some of the stuff you've done by doing. I mean, it's a great like way to get into this industry, and meet these people and stuff. I mean, you have that talent and I guess know how to do this kind of shit, right? So like, it's not. I'm like, the only thing I can do is like I can play music. So like, if one day Jeremiah Watkins or Bill Burr want to switch off on a drum battle or something, that'd be cool. But it's a cool niche that you found to do so. But yeah, it's awesome, man. I do remember you. Were you, or correct me if I'm wrong, you were working on a video game or something? No.
No,
that wasn't.
I want to. That'd be dope.
Okay,
I would love to work on a video game.
Yeah, maybe you should like join CD Projekt Red. Have you guys heard about everything that's going on with Cyberpunk 2077?
Oh, dude,
I mean, I've been seeing these memes. I don't know what's going on. What's going on?
It is buggy as shit. It's like it's really they released a thing like at least a year or two too early. Like it's bad. I mean, it's still fun, but like there's so many fucking problems with the game. It's been just annoying. Like I've never had a game on the PlayStation crash at all, let alone as many times as this game's crashed just trying to play it. Like it's
didn't PlayStation offer refunds?
Yeah, they just offered refunds last night. They pulled it off the store and just started offering. Yeah, and it's AAA title, man. Like $65 for this fucking thing. Fuck. And it was that bad that Sony's giving refunds for it.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, I was seeing how blocky it was on like PS4. Right?
Yeah, with things loading in, like it's just the graphics card for the PS4. It just can't run this game. Like that game's meant for PC.
That's what I'm getting.
So
I'm realizing. Yeah,
it just everything's blocky. The environment takes time to like load in. The textures usually take a minute or two, and sometimes like your player just crash or people just like come falling from the sky and blow up, and you're just like, what the fuck is happening? It's been bad.
Yeah. Fuck. I mean, So they've been talking about this game for so many goddamn years, though. So like,
They announced it like 7 years ago.
right?
Yeah, and it just, I don't know. I don't know what it takes to make a video game, but it's still just like Jesus.
Yeah, they got like Keanu Reeves in it too, and he's just like, "Hey, this makes me look bad." As well. So,
well, he's still Keanu, so let's be real. Keanu's made a lot of shitty movies where he's been terrible in, but we all still love Keanu, so he can do whatever the hell he wants.
True. So what have you been working on lately? You said just doing.
I just wrapped in November my favorite music video I've ever done for my friend's band Skull Drug.
Okay.
Like it was for a song they did called TikTok, but it's about a guy who is plagued by ticks, and I wanted to do this idea where like we don't know if the ticks exist or not. Like maybe he can only see them, and I got Rob Zorif to be the guy in the music video. We took a lot of photos and everything, and I cut out each photo individually, and I wanted to have this like stop motion, but like Xerox look, so it looks like pieces of paper laid on top of each other.
Yeah.
And then he rips his own face off, which is pretty tight. I made a puppet. Here, hold on, let me grab this thing. Hold on.
Yeah.
I made a puppet. Fucking gnarly. We took photos of this too because I'm not really good at like 3D modeling or whatever. So I was like, let me just make this thing. And we did this. We took photos of it, and this is what Rob's face looks like without skin.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's like super disgusting.
Yeah, it's so cool.
And I didn't even like look up tutorials or anything. I just winged it, and it turned out like so gross and amazing. I'm like, I'm gonna put it in like a glass case and just keep it forever.
Hell yeah!
Is that video out yet?
Yeah, dude. Check out TikTok by Skull Drug on YouTube. It's super fast punk song. It's only like a minute long, but it's violent and gory, and I think it looks pretty sick. Super proud of that project.
So I was just thinking about your birthday party. We were.
Oh yeah, dude, that was a blast.
we that was a fucking fun time, man. So are you still staying at the same place?
No. I think just about everybody moved out like about a couple months after I did.
That pad was awesome.
That pad ruled. I mean, it was all right. Like we've had like full-size rats show up inside the house, and like just the shit was always falling off the walls. It was like
where was this house at?
It was in
Highland Park.
In Highland Park, dude. But check this out, Steve. I don't know if I ever told you about this. It was like what I mean, when's your birthday? It was sometime in like
January 1st. So it was like,
so right after, like, yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay,
so
I was gonna say New Year's. It was like a New Year's party.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I knew I was gonna get fucked up. So the funny thing was, you had a couple bands already there that were gonna be there, and dude, we played in the living room downstairs in the fucking living room, and then I took an Uber with like a few cymbals and like my double bass pedal and sticks, and I was like, yeah, I got some gear, I can need you, I had to back in and take my stuff, and then we went in there and I just set my shit up, and we this is when I was playing with Tony and Evan and Rob Zorf, and we were doing a hybrid bromance, right? So there was a Green Day cover band before us. And then we played Misfits set, and it was a fucking ball, man. Playing in the I have never played in someone's house like that. Like it was a fucking time of my life.
Oh man, that was the best birthday. I've always wanted just like a house show and like just bands I like and friends I like. Just it was a blast. It was the best day ever.
It was so much fun. Yeah, I mean, God, it was. Granted, I ended up getting in a big fight with my girlfriend that night, of course, but that's a whole other thing. Yeah, that was my last. That's the story of my 20s, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, we're in fucking we're in a lockdown and COVID time right now. But what I know I met you because of stand up. So is that something that you were just kind of dabbling in to try and get into this to the industry, or like I mean. I had you on a few shows of mine, and like I wouldn't have had you on it. I mean, I don't remember much of your set, but obviously I wouldn't have had you on if I didn't think you were any good.
Yeah. You're forgettable, but I like you. But you just didn't stand out to me at all.
Yeah, that's completely fair. I mean, if I were funnier, no, I've been doing stand up about as long as Eric Friedman. I think we like started together in 2009 or something like that. And
okay.
Yeah, it's been a minute, and it sucks because a lot of people are saying this, and I think they're bullshit. But I was like, this is the year I'm writing every day. I'm going to every mic I can, at least one a night. I'm asking friends to get on shows, and
yeah,
I feel like I was the funniest I've ever been, and then this all happened, and I'm like, well,
yeah.
I mean, preaching to the choir, dude. My 2019 was, I mean, aside from having the worst breakup of my entire life, my stand-up career was on fire.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, which makes it hard for me to even like talk to people about certain things because it gets so fucking grim.
Yeah, because it's like, what are we looking forward to? Like, I was hanging out with Javi last night, and like, I have 6 months. I think we have 6 more months before we can like actually get a vaccine for us regular people, where things can actually go back to normal. So May. Look forward to the summertime. Hopefully, you can actually get on stage again, start fucking producing and filming things again. But
yeah,
who knows?
It's so frustrating because it's like Steve and I talked before. We've talked a lot about this shit, but it's like normally this time when I'm home and have time, like I'm working. I'm trying to figure out ways to do something and stay creative and whatnot. But it's like, okay, but in order to do that, I need a budget, and I'm not working.
Yeah,
right.
That too.
Right.
That too.
It's just, well, I'm happy you've been working.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to brag it. I'm very fortunate.
No, brag, man. Talk your shit.
I'm very lucky.
For sure, dude. I mean, obviously, you're more essential than us.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, but
cartoons are essential. We get it.
Yeah, I'm first in line for the vaccine because people need to see drawings of dicks. So,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched that show at all? Well, I guess I feel like it's probably like a niche market, but it's. I was telling Steve about it. It's called It's called Mystic Quest. No, not Mystic. Mystic Quest.
Yeah, the one with Rob McElhenney.
Yeah,
Where he's a developer, a video game developer.
It's like basically they develop like a World of Warcraft, game, and so they're launching this new version of it, I guess, whatever. So the whole first season is about the new launch, and one of the first episodes is all about how one of the developers creates a shovel that you can like alter the the atmosphere. You can dig, right? But you can dig, and they go, first thing that's going to happen is people are going to draw dicks.
No.
And she's like, why does everybody think they're gonna draw? She's like, no, it's to dig. They're like, no, everyone's gonna draw dicks in fields. That's what's gonna happen. they're like, you hand a person a marker, they're gonna draw a dick.
It's true. It's happened. I think it's nature.
Yeah.
No. What is? If I could draw, I mean, but dicks are easier to draw than vaginas. If I could draw a vagina.
Yeah, I feel like vagina, you got to lift your pencil at least 3 times.
Yeah.
Dick is just too swoops,
you can
man.
draw a dick on just a few swoops,
Yeah, cavemen were drawing dicks on, with charcoal on cave walls.
Yeah.
So it's a human nature thing.
Yeah,
If dogs could draw, they would draw dicks too.
I
Immediately.
think so.
I'm trying to teach my dog, and she's just like bad at holding pencils.
I think it goes back to one of those things like I was talking about. I'm like, dicks and farts are always going to be funny, no matter what. I mean, like for the rest of time, like just dicks and farts.
Yeah, if you're just in a room and an unexpected fart happens, everyone's going to giggle.
Or an unexpected dick.
It depends.
It really depends.
That can get dark real quick.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Because usually unexpected dicks are attached to somebody crazy, and then it's a matter of like proximity. Like, do I want the crazy naked person this close to me right now in this Starbucks? I'm not.
I mean, yeah, but that's hilarious.
It is.
Yeah, it's hilarious until the crazy naked man with his dick out zeroes in on you.
Yeah, and then
then it's a horror movie.
I'm slapping dicks away, but
you're gonna slap the dick and get chlamydia on your fingers.
It's like that Aziz Ansari bit. You ever hear that one where he's talking about how his tour bus driver used to drive Madonna, and he goes, so why'd you stop driving for Madonna? And he looks at him and goes, her tour manager always put his dick on my shoulder.
Oh yeah. No.
I don't know. Like I laugh at the absurd, right? So like if it's like, it's just extreme nature of something that makes me. I mean, that's the same reason why Jackass is so funny, right?
Yeah.
A bunch of dummies doing extreme things, and most of the time they're naked.
Yeah. No, speaking of Jackass, you hear what happened?
I read something that Knoxville and
Steve-O, they got hospitalized.
Yeah. Well, they're fucking old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, as much as I love these dudes and I want,
sad at this point.
It's kind of a bummer.
It's and I just, and especially after Dunn died too, man. Like like that. I'm like, that should have been no pun intended. That should have been the nail in the coffin. That like we're never doing this again.
Yeah, we should start thinking about this. Like move on. Yeah, but
so.
Bam fell off the deep end and starting to look like Phil more and more every day.
Yeah. Well, what was funny? It's kind of it was a when somebody was telling me, they're like, "Oh, you always look like Bam, blah blah blah, growing up," and then they go, "Actually, you still look like Bam now because he's all fat and beer bloated."
Dude, I've been getting so fat like during this pandemic.
Oh my god, I was like trying to get back into skateboarding, and then I don't know, shit happened. Like my knee is fucked up right now, and I don't know what's going on with it. It's not working.
Like from skateboarding, or
no? Well,
yes,
probably, yeah. I think. I did something to it, skateboarding, and then
you didn't stop.
And I didn't stop. Yeah.
Here's Ryan's problem. He'll tell me things, and I'm like, "Oh, that's a problem. Here's a solution to that problem." And he's like, "Nah, fuck that." And then like a couple weeks later, he's like, "Hey man, I saw this problem. It's weird." I'm like, "Did you do that solution I told you to do?" "No." "Well, fuck. What did you think?" Like, "Well, don't tell me that. Like, it still fucking hurts." Like, bro, you hurt your knee like fucking months ago, and I'm like, bro, you're in your 30s now. You can't just go next week. Like, your shit's hurt. You need to rest it. And nah, he just kept going. So now he's got a bum knee.
Yeah,
welcome to 30.
Got a fucked up knee. It's bad now. And so like, so I've been trying to rest it up and like not do anything, right? But now I'm just getting fat.
Yeah.
Like I'm so fat now. I'm like, I saw myself in the mirror today, and I just want to throw up. It was like, God, Jesus Christ. I'm like, skateboarding, because like I have to trick myself into working out. Like I love skating. I love skateboarding. I love the camaraderie. I love being. It's just to me, it's like what stand up is to me. The way I love being around my friends, and we're all kind of rooting each other on and doing. So like skateboarding to me is like kind of the same thing. So when I'm out skating with people, that I'm still exercising and I'm trying to trick or whatever, even though I'm fucking off balance and overweight now. But I was like trying to get back. I mean, I was getting back to where I was, at least just to be comfortable with some stuff that I was able to do before. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I took a few fucking spills and some pretty bad things. But now, yeah. So like I said, it's like now I'm like, but and then again, it's like I can't even go to a fucking gym, so it's not like if I could, like I'd still be back working out at least, to make myself feel a little bit better.
Yeah,
I'm not like a fat piece of shit. But I'm like I don't even have the option.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's just
so all I do is eat cup of noodles and drink beer all day.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was going to say it's fucking depressing.
It is like, and I'm getting fat. And I know what I'm doing wrong. Is like, how many months we've been in the pandemic?
10.
10? 9?
Yeah,
Either
9.
way,
It started in
like,
March.
Yeah, since March. I feel like out of all those days, I drank like every single one of them.
Yes.
And I can't. It's just like, what else is there to do?
Yeah, not to
Nothing.
mention, the other stuff. I feel like what's kept me from COVID are the substances I put in my body over these past couple months.
Also, we've been not going anywhere on top of the substances.
Well, yeah, but I've danced with the devil quite a bit over this fucking thing. I mean, I thought for sure, it was a sure thing by hooking up with a girl who was recovering from it. Well, I was like, I'm like, that's a certainty, right? And I still didn't get it.
Yeah.
Dude, you might be immortal. Like,
I was like, this is like a sure thing, right? Worth it, by the way. She had the best titties I'd ever seen. Anyway.
Were they sick titties? Were they sweating? Have a fever?
I mean, they were lactating. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter. That's besides the point.
Sure.
I'm just, I don't know. And it's hard. It's hard now to like, you can't argue with, it's that some, it's weird being in the middle with like people who are, regular thinking people who are like, okay, I understand it's a fucking global pandemic, but also can I go to a bar? Like I'm fucking tired of this shit. Right.
Yeah.
And then it's like, but then on the other end, it's like so many people. Like I've gotten yelled at by friends for finding places to go, and just to drink because I'm tired of doing this shit. And so out here, and then the Empire, they don't give a fuck. So like, so I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna walk a block, and I'm gonna go have a beer with this group of people. I don't care.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, that's ballsy.
Yeah.
Like I went out to a bar once since this started, and it was like I was uncomfortable the whole time. I didn't want to be there, so it was. It was just bad.
Like, the thing is, it's almost like, okay, let me fucking explain at least a little bit. The place I've been hanging out at is, it's almost like being with roommates. It's the same fucking few people who are doing the same fucking. Stop! Don't look at me like that.
I'm just saying. How do you know?
Yeah,
I don't. You're right. I don't. But like. Yeah. I don't, but honestly, I don't even fucking care at this point. Honestly, I really don't. I mean, look, fucking whatever. You guys judge me if you want. I'm over it.
Do your thing, man.
Like do your thing. I'm not judging you, but I'm saying don't lie to yourself. Sit here like, oh, we're like roommates, like close knit group of people. Like you don't know these motherfuckers or what.
But I do.
You don't. They're always there.
But only it's like my 2 roommates are there every fucking day, so it's not like. I'm like, if I'm there or if I'm not, I'm gonna get it.
No.
I guess so. I mean,
whatever. I don't know. See, that's what I'm.
No, but I get it, man. Like it's like I have like today's Friday. What do I usually do on Fridays? I'm like, oh shit, like no one's really hit me up. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go to the bar. I'm gonna go to my bar and hang out, and then we're gonna figure out what's gonna happen later. And I can't do that anymore. So I just get mad, and I forget like every fucking week. Like, oh shit, I got nothing to do. Let's go to the bar. Fuck.
Yeah. And look.
I'm here.
And that's what I'm saying. If that isolates me from other people, I understand. But like, what I'm saying is like, everybody out here is all on the same page. I think and it's kind of just like, I'm like, I've been doing this for 3 weeks now. I've been going over there and I'll hang out and the way I used to, the way I would have a beer and watch some TV and talk to the fucking bartender. Like it's like, and I'm like, if this option is available, I'm going to take it. I'm not gonna stay home. Like if I'm bored, I can go to a bar. There's a bar right around the corner that's open, but I don't know, man. Like I get it.
It's just frustrating. No, I understand, man. It's like month 9, with no stimulus packages, no bars, no breweries, nothing. No jobs. Fuck.
And I just threw it out there while I was over there. I was over there earlier. I just threw it out there to I was like, why don't we throw a New Year's party with everybody here? Over right here at my house. And they were like, Doug's house? I was like, yeah, why not? And they were like, that sounds awesome. So I'm like, I don't even I'm over it. I'm seriously like, give me just give it to me already, so I know what to expect. I don't know. I'm I'm so tired. I'm so tired of
I get that
in fear.
Yeah.
If I had the option, I would do that too, especially if you were outside of LA.
Yeah,
I think the problem that made me so weirded out was we went to a crowded bar. It was outside and shit, but it was
right. And
shoulder to shoulder still.
And that's my point. Yeah. Out here, there's nothing is crowded out here. It's I'm in the middle of fucking desert. So
I'm jealous. That sounds kind of like the dream.
Yeah, I'm so fucking and it's like everybody out here, most of them don't even know what COVID is. They're just they think it's a hoax or whatever.
See, those are the kind of people I don't want to be around. I don't want to be around people who think it's a hoax.
There's quite a bit that I've talked to about that, and I'm like, well, they're like, that's fucking bullshit. And I'm like, okay.
Well, that's IE for you.
I'm like, okay, but meanwhile, they're like, no, Karen got the COVID. She won't be at the bar for another fucking 6 months or something like that. And I'm like,
you don't even know how long it lasts.
Yeah.
And I go, it's a hoax though, right?
It's not real.
That's just my, I'm not. And also, it's like all these, I know I hate talking about it so much on this podcast but it's like that's what we live in right now. This is what.
Yeah, there's really nothing. That's the main thing to talk about.
But we get all this different information every fucking day. So I don't know what to believe anymore, and I don't even know what to think, and I don't know how to feel. So I'm almost just like, whatever. I can fight a cold. I can fight COVID, I think.
I wouldn't. I would rather not take the chance to try to fight it.
Well, that's you. I don't. I'm done. I'm over it.
Yeah.
I respect and I understand. That's what I'm saying. But don't come down on me. Don't tell me I'm killing my fucking grandma because I want to go to have fucking beer.
You
said that too. Actively see your grandma.
I had a friend tell me that.
Really?
Oh, okay, that's different though. When you don't live with them anymore, but while you were living with them, I mean, that is kind of a valid concern.
And I wasn't anymore.
Yeah, I know. You weren't doing that when you were there. I'm saying now.
Yeah, now
you're with Doug.
Yes, and I would be much more sympathetic and cautious about it if I was still living with my grandparents. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But now it's a matter of your friends, the shitty friends, for not even keeping account of where you're living and what you're doing lately.
Yeah.
I didn't even see my grandma in months.
But Ryan, here's also the thing though. If you say you got it tomorrow and then you recover, you got it, you survived. You still can't fucking really go anywhere and do anything because everything else is still closed.
Right. So what difference does it fucking make?
Why put yourself through that and get it if nothing's going to change if you survive?
If you survive.
That's
assuming you're 100% better when you're done.
Yeah, I know someone who's died from it. So if you survive.
Yeah, I know 2 people who have.
Yeah, so if you survive, then what? You're back where you're at right now, except you had 3 weeks of hell.
I mean, it's going to sound crazy or sad, but I'm like, whatever. If that's where it goes, that's where I gotta go. Good night. Good night, guys. I mean, at this point, fucking kill me if I can't go drink. If I can't go hang out at a bar.
Yeah.
Seriously. I mean,
what sucks is that bar we shot that thing at. I was like, this bar is the first bar I've been to in a long time that feels like just a bar. It's not like an LA place or whatever. It's just
no, man! Like that place is down and dirty. That place is a lot of fun.
That's what I like about it. Yeah,
I love that fucking bar.
Yeah,
I was like,
I remember
I'm
I
gonna
only
get hammered here, and I never got to.
Yeah, not gonna. All right.
What? Oh, okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
I know that.
What? What happened now?
No, it just had an interesting night. The first night I went to that bar.
Oh, what happened on it?
That's when we get off air.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
That's some canceled information.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's a cool spot. Like that beats a good dive bar, man. Like I don't need the glitzy like LA bar, people trying to impress whoever, fucking $18 cocktails. Like, bro, no.
But that's what I'm saying. The place around the corner is exactly that. It's called the Bell. And and there's only like 4 bartenders and it's all beer, just a beer bar. And there's like 2 dartboards and you walk in, it's just one U-shaped bar, just boom, 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 dartboards, TVs, patio in the back. Like that's it.
Yeah, even if it wasn't Corona, I wouldn't want to hang out there though. It's i.e. old white people. Like I'll pass.
Yeah,
I don't need them yelling at me about Obama. Like, bro, I'd rather go somewhere where I'm more comfortable.
I get you.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is because I've been out here and I've got to know these people a bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna defend them just a tiny bit.
You're gonna defend racist Trump supporters?
No, that's shut the fuck. That's not.
No, just these 5.
No,
Yeah.
No. I mean, I'm just saying that kind of shit has not come up only like once with this crazy chick.
Yeah, because you're white. They're not going to bring it up to you, but they did. Look, I've been in those situations. I know it's going to happen.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Sorry.
They're just like, oh, there's someone here. I can yell about him about my arguments. Like, no, I don't care. Leave me alone, please.
I think the Inland Empire is consuming me. I'm just a.
Yeah, you think the corona's fake? It's just a cold now. You're going to bars. You're defending Trump supporters. You're becoming one, man. It's the IE by osmosis. Next thing we're gonna know in like 2 weeks, you're gonna start smoking meth. Like it's really not that bad. Like I get all this energy. I'm writing all these jokes. You know, need sleep.
Pesky teeth. It's great.
Teeth are great if I'm just drinking beer. Like who needs teeth?
Right.
You know, mashed potatoes are delicious and sippy cups. That's all I need.
Dude, my place is spotless clean right now.
George Floyd should have just listened to the police officer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody did say that. I did hear that out here, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went, oh, no, I can't talk to you tonight. Like,
yeah.
Jesus Christ. No, actually, I did hang out with this guy. I made a friend, and I'm actually really excited.
Oh, the old guy that was driving you around?
No, yeah, that's a different guy.
In the cars now, like what?
You're just one night he was out and he's sending me pictures of this old man driving a car. I was like, was that your Uber driver? You're like, no, I just met him at the bar. Okay.
So fucking trustworthy, dude.
Yeah. That's how horror movies start. That's like The Hills Have Eyes. It's the like non-assuming nice old man. Like, oh yeah, I'll take you around. And now you're tied up in a basement with a naked dude standing in front of you.
Or you have a new boyfriend, and that's also a possibility.
Yeah.
Man, I could take on an old guy. Don't worry about me. All right. However, the guy I was with last night. He had a Purple Heart. This motherfucker was like a natural born killer. Like he had 2 deployments and he was an Army vet. Coolest motherfucker I'd ever met in my life, right? And I mean we were chatting it up and shit, but the guy the way he was introduced to me was because we're the same age, but he's a fucking Army vet. Like he's a war hero, you know, like. And so everybody at the guys at the bar were like, "This guy could kill you in 2 seconds. You understand that, right?"
He's like, "Yeah, I could. My name's Bill."
No. He's like, "Shut the fuck up, man!" Like he was really. So that's how we ended up bonding because I was like, because I started asking these questions and kind of just getting to know him rather than just be like, "He's a war hero."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And if somebody introduces me to somebody else with like, this dude could kill you, I don't want to know that dude. like no matter what.
Yeah, see that I'm.
All you need is him to get drunk and have a PTSD flashback, and now, he's got his knee in your neck.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I guess, but I don't know. See, that's. I mean, Steve, I've talked to you, Steve, about this. Is that it's like crazy is like my, like I'm fascinated by.
Yeah, I'm fascinated too, but I'm fascinated from a distance. You know?
Yeah, no. I'd rather see.
Here's the difference between me and you. We'll both go to the zoo to go check out some lions. I'll stay outside the barrier to check them out. You jump the fence to get a closer look.
No, because I don't trust nature. But
but you trust old white dudes that you just met at the bar to drive you around.
He'll kill you if he wanted to.
Yeah. See, I'm like fucking the crocodile hunter, but for like crackheads, you know.
Oh, man.
No, I'm just kidding. But
you're not though.
I'm kind of not. I'm just so fascinated by wild people.
Like, Ryan, what are you doing? This is my new friend Barry. He lives right here.
He lives under the bridge.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay the night with him tonight. We're gonna hang out, get some beers.
But also, like, see, that's another thing about me too. Is like I love like fucking like shaking things up and like presenting chaos to other people and seeing how they react too, which is fun to me.
Yeah.
So
nope. Like, nice to meet you, Bear. I'm going inside. What the fuck are you doing, Ryan? And I text Ryan like, leave him the fuck alone. We're leaving.
And you see how much joy that gives me. How uncomfortable you would be. That's
like you don't smell that. Like
that's my point. But I that's exactly my point, though. Like, I want to present this to everyone I know so that they get uncomfortable and then go, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And then that makes me.
I guess it is kind of entertaining because I have a couple friends like you. Remember, my one friend, you know her well, Ryan, where she's told us once. She's like, "Oh yeah, I went to that bar. I don't like it. Last time I went there, I got in a fight with a homeless person over the jukebox."
Right? Yeah.
Just like I got a bunch of Charlies as friends.
Yes. I mean, why do you think she and I got along?
Yeah, and at the same time, why it didn't work out?
Exactly.
You can't put two Charlies together and think things are going to work.
No,
you guys are both talking about cheese and homeless people. It's just like, guys, let's stop.
Beating up rats and
yeah. Somebody has to be a D or a Matt. Everyone can't be Charlie's.
Fuck, you're so right, dude.
Yeah. Javi's our D, if anything.
Oh my god, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm like a cross between a Mac and a Charlie.
Yeah, I'm like a cross between a Mac and fucking Dennis.
Yeah, you are.
Trying to keep the true group together, but also a little bit off hinge. But yeah.
Oh my god, man, you made me laugh so hard on that one. Fuck. You're so right. I'm starting to realize that about myself, but like it's funny because like I take joy in it. Like I really do. Like I've stopped just trying to like act like what I do is normal. I've just turned it completely off and just like, yeah, that's what I like. I like chaos. That's I'm like it makes sense. It makes sense in my dating life. It makes sense in my everyday life. Like I like when things when I can't control it.
Yeah.
That sounds like the opposite of most people.
Yeah.
I like that mindset though.
But it's funny because like I think I do like to be in control. I like controlled chaos. I think, but I'm also my own worst enemy. So I think that kind of makes sense, you know. So I'm always putting myself in these situations that fuck me over, but it's on my own fault.
Yeah. And they get mad at me when I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't have done that. Like, yeah, I know that, Steve. Like, well, I don't know what you want me to say to you.
Yeah, I just want you to fucking just listen. I don't want you to. I don't need. I told you so's, motherfucker. That's because I already know.
Yeah. It's like, oh, she's mad at me because of this. Well, maybe you shouldn't have done that. Well, fucking duh. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to say anymore.
It's true. It's true. That's my.
Yeah.
That's. I've learned to deal with that's me. That's just that's
Dude,
just
I
who I
want
am.
to join you on one of these chaos nights, like when the world.
Dude, if you ever want to come out to Inland Empire, I swear to God, you won't forget it. Where are you at now? What area are you in?
I'm in Lincoln Heights.
Well, Lincoln Heights. Oh, okay. So you
Yeah.
didn't go very far.
East LA, yeah.
Very cool. All right, we're at an hour here. I thank you so much. We're gonna finish the live stream and the podcast, but we still wanted to chat with you and talk about a few things.
Sure.
If you'd stick around.
Yeah.
So all right, cool. Well, thank you, Tony. Thank you so much for coming on.
Happy to be here.
You know, like I said, I'm glad you came on, and I'm so inspired by you and your work and your efforts and everything. And I think you're a very talented person, and I'm
absolutely
happy to be your friend. All right, so we're gonna end the. Actually, we got a few comments here. Okay, all hail Charlie. Steve is the voice of reason. Listen to him, right? Okay, all right, we're gonna end that there. Thank you guys for listening. Thanks, Tony. Thanks, Steve.
Yo.